Well, hey everybody, it's Joy Packard. I'm talking a little bit soft tonight because it is already 11:06 p.m. here at the Packard House, and we had a long evening, and we finally got everybody to bed. But I wanted to share a quick thought with you. I was able to go and visit one of my daughters tonight, and we had a great conversation and some great thoughts, and I wish I had a notepad to write them down when I was there with her, but I'll try and remember as much as I can about the great thoughts that she had when she was talking to me. And so, one of the things that was really cool is that she had her children come to visit this past weekend, and we had his birthday, and basically we gave him some Legos, and he brought all his Legos out to play with all of the kids, and they all came around, and it was kind of a Lego set that was kind of collectible type thing, but it was like he was willing to share it with all of the kids that were around him. And my daughter was telling me how she was worried about the pieces getting lost and things like that, when all of a sudden she just stopped. She stopped and she looked around and she saw my grandson and all of the other kids playing, and she realized to herself, you know what? I'm worrying about some of the littlest things, and whether a Lego is going to get lost or a piece is going to get lost of this, while all these kids are just having a great time, spending time together and having a good time for his birthday. And she told me, she goes, it's so important sometimes to realize what we worry about, some of the smallest things. What happens is we start worrying about those small things, and then it takes us away from the bigger things that are really important. And that was pretty wise. When I was talking to her, and I was so proud of her for coming up with that particular thought. I mean, it's not anything profound or anything, but it's a great reminder to help us in our lives, right? Because sometimes we are so worried about the small stuff that we forget about the important stuff. And I loved hearing that tonight. It just stuck with me when I was talking with her. And then the other thing that she was talking about was how she's made a 90-day commitment to something, and how some of the people were like, well, it might be the type of thing where you don't have to finish the 90 days or whatever. And you hear about 90-day challenges, 90 days to do this, 90 days to change. And even though she was willing, some of the people were encouraging her, basically saying, you're already at your goals and you don't need to finish the 90 days or whatever. She said to me, I made a commitment and I'm going to keep it. And it's so important that when we make commitments to ourselves and to other people, that we keep them. And it just helps us to be accountable to ourselves, to those that we are, being accountable to. And I think that's just such an important concept. I think it's so important where, making a commitment, whether it's I'm going to be there, or I'm going to do this, or I'm going to do this challenge, or whatever it is, whether it's 21 days or whether it's 90 days or whatever it is that we're committing to do, that we do what we say. And I was so proud of her. I was so proud of those two things that we talked about tonight, and that enjoy life, that we should enjoy life more than worrying about the small things. Sometimes, being in a house with all 8 kids, and sometimes, during the holidays or something, we notice the house gets kind of messy or whatever. And what's more important, playing with your grandkids and, and then clean up the kitchen later. I've just learned throughout my life that sometimes it's just way more important. I saw this quote when I was shopping today at Ross, or the other day, where it said, a clean kitchen is a sign of stress, or something like that. And even though I really do love a clean kitchen, I think that the point of the matter is that, if we're constantly worrying about cleaning and putting things away and not spending the time, then we get caught up in the small stuff. We get caught up on the small stuff to where we don't worry about the important stuff. And I guess that's the main point. Anyway, it's been a long day, but I couldn't go to sleep without sharing that awesome thought from my daughter with you. You know, like I say, it wasn't anything new and anything profound, rather than a reminder to live life and to live it to the best of our ability, the best of our potential, and seeking those moments that make us happy and those little bitty, you know, moments throughout the day that can make us happy, and to hold on to those rather than just continuing to move on and not even recognizing that awesome moment. All right, well, it's 11:12 p.m. and it's been a very long day, but a very awesome day with visiting with my daughter tonight that we went to go visit. So I hope you guys are having a wonderful evening, and I hope that life is treating you well and that you are enjoying your moments. All right, it seems to be the theme of 2016. I think down below there's something where it says follow or subscribe. I'm not really sure, but feel free to subscribe to any updates when we get on here and have chats. And sometimes I do late night, and sometimes I just share it whenever it comes to pass. So anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful night and a great day tomorrow. Take care. Good night.